Breaking news as IRS is sending stimulus check to million. Yes, you heard it right. 1 million Americans as IRS sending payments of up to $1,400 to 1 million people. This is indeed a very huge development for those Americans who are struggling, especially in this worst inflation. Remember, I'm going to give you each and every detail about this massive update. So make sure that you watch this video till the end, especially if you are struggling right now and in need of money such as stimulus check. So before I start the video, I would like to ask you just for a little favor to please smash the like button on this video as it helps this video. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So let's not wait and get straight into it. The Internal Revenue Service, means IRS, said Friday it is sending a total of $2.4 billion in special payments to 1 million people, part of an effort to ensure that Americans who did not receive all of their federal stimulus checks during the pandemic will get the money in their bank accounts. The payment will vary by person with a maximum amount of $1,400 per recipients, the agency said in a statement. This is indeed a very big development and a breaking news for million, yes you heard it right, a million of Americans who are missing their stimulus check, and this development will give relief to those million people who always dreamed about getting this very important stimulus check. But there is a very important potential of getting another stimulus check, and we are talking about a new stimulus check under Donald J. Trump. You heard it absolutely right, and in this one statement will clear everything for you. Biden says he was stupid not to sign pandemic stimulus check as Trump did. President says failure may have contributed to voters blaming him for high prices even as economy improved. First question, that do you really think that economy improved under current president Joe Biden? Do you really think that the prices of grocery are down as compared to the president-elect Donald J. Trump's previous term? And why I'm saying this, according to a very important survey from Gallup, the prices of grocery are up by 21% in last 3 years. So how can someone say that the economy improved? Yes, it may be improved for the big corporations, not for American people. When we go into the details, Joe Biden has voiced regret for not following Donald Trump's example by putting his signature on pandemic-era economic stimulus checks sent to Americans during a speech about his record on the economy as he prepares to leave office. 5 weeks after his Vice President Kamala Harris lost the presidential election to President-elect Donald J. Trump, the US president suggested on Tuesday that his failure to put his name on the checks may have contributed to voters blaming his administration for high prices even when the economy was improving. One thing that we all need to understand, that when it comes to the stimulus check, this is indeed a need of millions of Americans because they are struggling under current inflation. Though the current administration is saying that inflation is not here, economy is improving, it might be improving for corporations, but not for American people, especially seniors who are struggling, disabled Americans are struggling, and the people who live a middle class or low income life, they are indeed struggling right now, and there is no doubt about it. Moving on with the details of stimulus check that million people are receiving is to minimize headaches and get this money to eligible taxpayers. We're making these payments automatic, means these people will not be required, let me repeat it, these people will not be required to go through the extensive process of filing an amended return to receive it. Internal Revenue Service Commissioner Danny Welfel said in a statement. Moreover, who will get a payment from the IRS, and this is very important. The tax agency said it's disbursing the funds after reviewing internal data that showed many people had filed tax returns but yet did not claim what is known as the recovery rebate credit in 2021. That credit was designed for people who did not get all or some of their stimulus checks when they were issued during the pandemic. Lawmakers authorized three stimulus payments with 2 cents in 2020 and the third in 2021. So remember, Joe Biden is saying that he lost the election, or Kamala Harris lost the election, because he did not put his name on the stimulus check. Well, let me repeat it. President-elect Donald J. Trump lost the election even though he had his name on the stimulus check. So how come Joe Biden says this? Well, none of it makes sense right here. But one thing is for sure, that million people, 1 million Americans are about to receive their missing check of up to $1,400. Let me just rephrase it. It's not up to, it's actually $1,400 intact. Most taxpayers who were eligible for the stimulus payments have already received them directly or later through the recovery rebate credit. Well, do you need to apply for the IRS payment? And this is a very important question. The answer is no. The IRS says it's sending the payment automatically. About 1 million people who file tax returns and who qualify for the recovery rebate credit yet did not claim it. The agency will send a letter to recipients to let them know they will receive the payment. Remember that this is very important. A number of people who did not receive their checks are simply those people who never filed their tax returns. Even if your income is zero, we always encourage you to file your tax return, so your information will be in the system. So that's how you will be able to receive your checks. You remember that majority of people who did not receive their checks, there are those people who have no data. Yes, the IRS has no data. So how come they send you a check if they don't have your current address, your bank account information? And this is very important that you need to put it. Well, when will the IRS send the payment? And this is a very important question. The tax agency said the checks will be sent in December, with most of the payments arriving late January 2025. The money will either be automatically direct deposited to the recipient's bank account or will arrive in the mail via a paper check. And this is very important. Remember that when it comes to these missing stimulus checks, these checks are about 1 million. So you need to check right now that whether you received your stimulus check. If you did not receive your stimulus check, you still need to do something. Means to file your tax return. If you have not filed your tax return, you might not get your check. And this is very important. And the reason is simple. The IRS, Internal Revenue Service, does not have your data and records. So if they don't have your address, if they don't have your direct deposit information like your bank account information, they will not be able to give you that $1,400. And this is indeed very shocking that about 1 million Americans still are unaware about their stimulus check. So if you know someone or you are the one, then make sure you follow the steps. Means file your tax return in order to get your stimulus check. And one more thing that I would like to ask you right here, that you would like to see another stimulus check under President-elect Donald J. Trump's presidency, and do you think that he will do that? Because Americans are struggling right now. If you support it, then write in the comment section, I support stimulus check. Again, if you support it, then write in the comment section, I support stimulus check. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next show very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.